did not come with the Hey guys, what's going on? Alan here at the Gibson Garage YouTube channel. I am working on this Volkswagen today. I was actually working on my scooter, which you guys will see in the future, and he pulled up and said he needed some spark plugs. This is a 2.0 turbo, 08 I think it is, Jetta GLI with TSI. So, and I think it's going to be pretty simple. Remove this cover. I already popped it loose, but if you haven't, you're gonna have to put a little yank on it. So there's the 4 coils. We're just gonna carefully remove these and get the double nuts off of there. Oh, they're all grounded. They're all individually grounded. So we got the double nuts to take off. And then he said too, these things might be known for having spark plug boots stuck in the wells. So we'll see about that when we get there. Hang in. Okay, well, it's ridiculous. And they didn't want to make it easy. But you need a flat screwdriver. And you got a little window on each side there. You got to kind of push it down to the bottom of that window because there's a hook. And just, they got to spread pretty far. It's pretty scary. Come on. So, yeah, that's what you got to go through. Then you pull the ground wire off, and you can kind of push this down a little bit. If you undo the rest, it'll be easier to push all of them down, and then the connector will slide out. Then we can pull the last nut and see what's underneath the coils. Now let's see what's under door number 1. so far. So lucky. That wasn't even stuck at all. That was sliding right out. Nothing down in there but a spark plug. It's gonna be a 5/8 socket. At least that's what the new ones were. There we go. That boot's in there tight. Oh, it's warm. And actually these plugs don't look too terrible. The focus on the GoPro is terrible. These actually look pretty good. Look really good. Okay, so I gotta warn you guys, these spark plug tube seals that I'm running into right now, well, they interfere with this socket. So either find something thin wall or just be very careful. Just a dab of oil on the socket will help you get past those. There we go, now we're on the plug. Oh, now we're on it. Yeah, get down on it. A magnetic spark plug socket is probably a better invention than the rubber seal. Got all of them out. We're gonna put in the new ones at a 0.24 gap. I'm pretty sure that's probably what's recommended. Let's see if it's on here anywhere. That's what he wants me to set it at. And spark plug gap is not on here. It's because, my guess is typically these iridiums shouldn't need to be adjusted. So let me grab a gap tool. Just double check it. Gonna be careful, there's an iridium coating on here. And that looks like it's closer to 0.27 than 0.24. Well, I got it, the first one anyways. And on these fine points, you can pretty much go right to it. Actually, what, did that adjust to 2.5 now? Ah, okay. I was almost there, but you're gonna wanna be at 2.4. So these have these copper crush washers on them. After you feel this thing bottom out, you're gonna wanna go another like half turn or so. It's gonna feel a little weird, like you're stripping something, but nope, you're just crushing a washer. So seemingly a lot less than a half turn. I went from about, that's less than a quarter turn, and it doesn't really want to crush more than that, so. there it is. On to the next ones. I want to mention, you get these spark plugs, especially iridiums, and they've got like this kind of rainbowy looking color on the threads. That is a zinc coating, and it does not require any anti-seize. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Just gap that one. Shit, I gotta pull it back out. So he does have a tune put in this thing, which is why he's wanting it gapped down a little bit. But now we got the plugs in, funny looking plugs. We can put the coils back in. And you're not gonna hear any clicks, I believe. You're just gonna hope after inspecting anyways. But the spring is still in good shape, which these are. He didn't have a misfire. He just has like 30-something thousand miles. Brand new, right? He's put the 30-something thousand miles on it. And the plugs didn't look bad, so they might not have been totally necessary. They weren't carbon fouled or even looking like they were running lean or rich. They looked perfect. So we'll let them hold on to those, I think. But I mean, new plugs can't hurt when it's got a turbo in it. That little baby turbo right there is so cute. But I think it's going to be easier to clip these on while there's some movement in the harness and the coil. Okay. Now we can tighten down the coils, and then we can tighten down the ground wires on top of that. Clip our harnesses back into place. Fire it up. All right. Spark plugs done. We gotta set this on there. Then we'll fire it up and see if we can hear some turbo noises. Get all these tools off the thing here. So taking a look at the old ones. They're not too bad looking, but the gaps are off and different. Like that one I can get to 30. Just a light little wiggle, it goes to 30. This one was 27, which is what the other ones were at stock. That one's wiggling all the way to like 29. And last, yeah, that one's like 20 and a half, 29. So they were starting to wear out. I don't know, they're just opening up from the heat. Yeah, that one's still like 27. But different gaps and having a tune, that could definitely affect the performance. That might be what he's feeling. If the gap's too large and he's making a little more boost than he usually does, he could be partially blowing out the spark. But either way, it's fixed now. And fresh plugs, fresh gap, and he's got some backups here that'll probably still work in a pinch if he wants to just clean them up and re-gap them. And I numbered them for you, Nick. I don't know what this actual cylinder numbers are, but passenger side 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to use what we use, this is the part number from NGK at least, laser iridiums. All right, let's see what this thing sounds like. Now it's still plenty warm, so I'm not gonna go revving up on a cold engine. You don't gotta worry about that. I'm not really gonna go revving up on it at all. It is kind of important in a boosted application. It does build up heat a lot faster than an NA motor would. Foot on the brake. Did you see the steering wheel like, oh shit up. Can't have music. Okay. Where are we at? Temperatures. Not really where I'd like to see it before I start revving on it. Dang it. Let's just give it a light test. Let's turn off all this AC stuff. Yes. Well, they couldn't make the second F the same size as the first F? What the heck is that? It's only to $3,000. He's got a $6,000 rev limiter. Oh, there goes the temperature. Good deal. Oh, you want to warm it up quick. Look at that needle move. It's like in spurts. All right, let's go take it for a drive. Oh, and hey, in case you weren't sure, attention, the engine is running. Okay guys, I'll do a little bit of something for you. I can't get too crazy, but I'm in manual mode because it's awesome. Turn around here. Let me turn, how do we turn this off? Oh, I hear the tires screeching. First gear. Switched in the second before I could, and then I switched it in the third. There's a traction control button though somewhere, I know it. I got a traction control light coming on. Where are you? I don't know. So much fun. Nice car, Nick. Well, that was a pretty fun ride, but I think that's going to do it for this video. Simple, spark plugs. And he does have a tune on it, and with fresh plugs and that manual shit, that's a fun car. I do like it. So I definitely want to get something fast now, driving around all the time. Hopefully the truck will be fast. We'll see. But that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.